Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. And today, man, we're gonna get into a number of topics. First, we gotta talk about Tyree Wilson, some more Josh Jacobs news, and the Raiders have made two new signings, which is very interesting because this is the last week before the 53-man cut date. So, but a lot to get into. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get the intro started and let's get this show cracking.
Young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, she got Panama Fargo. And if you would be so kind, man, please tap on the like, tap on the subscribe button, man. If you can, hit on a little notification bell so you get updated whenever I drop some episodes like this one right here. But like I said, man, let's go ahead and get into these number of topics, not waste no time. First, let's talk about our first round draft pick, Tyree Wilson. Now, it is reported yesterday he was involved heavily in some team activity drills. It's getting closer and closer, right, to just being on the field consistently. So yesterday he was part of team activity drills. No pads yesterday, but today we will get some updates, right? We're getting some updates that he will now put on the pads and be more involved in the team drills. He gets another step closer, right? Good to see because Chandler Jones is still out of practice, has not practiced. And at the end of the day, you know, that looking to see something's going on with him, right? Because it's been at least 10 days to my recollection that he has not practiced or played. He didn't play in the game either when all the starters were there. So something's going on with Chandler, but it's good to see that Tyree is progressing, getting on the field, right? So when Chandler does come back, he's going to be full go because he's already been practicing. But now Tyree's getting his rhythm. So boom, from there, he's going to start practicing, getting his stride. And then when everybody's back in tune, we good to go, right? So that's great news to hear about Tyree Wilson. Now, let's get into the Josh Jacobs news. It was now reported by Tom Pelissero that, you know, the Raiders do not have an imminent date on what Josh Jacobs wants to do. But they have no intention on trading Josh Jacobs. Now, if you've been monitoring the Jonathan Taylor situation, the Colts allowed him and his team to seek a trade, right? So, but that situation there, you can kind of tell the tensions are boiling. You know, Irsay saying some wild shit. So at the end of the day, we got to sit here and look at how the Jonathan Taylor situation is going to affect the Josh Jacobs situation, because it will, right? If the Colts end up getting first round pick, multiple picks for Jonathan Taylor, and he ends up getting broke off, that's something that, you know, is in the back of our minds. And I continue to say that's worst case scenario. But it's good to hear from the Raiders camp, just from other people around the league, that they have no intention on trading Josh. And that has been the whole thing all along. Like I said, there's not many options that's about to go down for here, right? Like we talked about in our last video. If you didn't watch my last video about Josh Jacobs, go watch that, right? Turn from this, watch that. Because at the end of the day, it's good information in there. And there's not many options that the Raiders or Josh has, right, than to just come together and make something happen for this year. So we'll see how that continues. But at the end of the day, once again, they have no intentions on trading Josh Jacobs. But they do not know if he's going to be there before or after week 1. So let me know down below in the comments. Do you think Josh Jacobs will be back before week 1, or do you think he's going to be back after week 1? And if that's the case, man, let me know why. Let me know down there. Let's holler about it. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, a lot of news to go through. Like I was saying in my last video, I'm hoping that Josh comes back, gets some practice time under his belt, because it's not going to be right if we're expecting him to be the same guy he was leading off with last season, right, and give us like 150, 200 yards in Denver, and he hasn't practiced. I don't think that's feasible to do. But hey, if he does it, I'll gladly eat my words. Like I say, I don't give a damn. I just want us to win. I just want us to do good. So if that's the case, hey, let him do what he do. But hey, I don't think, you know, personally, that that's the smartest thing to do. He needs practice time. So going from there, let's hope that situation gets resolved. But let's talk about the two new signings that the Raiders have made coming into today and yesterday. It's kind of funny because they are signing a lot of dudes or not a lot of dudes. They're signing 2 dudes, right? A D tackle, a linebacker. But at the end of the day, they're signing them a week before the cut date, which is wild. What are you going to be able to see from them in this week that, is going to impress you enough to be like, yeah, that person needs a roster spot or whatever. Maybe they keep them on a practice squad. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking that the linebacker signing is a corresponding move because you did lose Darian Butler, right? You lost Darian Butler. Prayers up to him. Tore his ACL and meniscus. So you lost him for the season. So that's a corresponding move there, right? Need to fortify whatever the linebacker room is anyway. But with the D tackle signing is interesting because at the end of the day now, right, you're seeing the D tackles were seeming like they were kind of set coming into training camp, going into that last game, and now they make another signing. So is that a corresponding because of how bad the run defense looked on Saturday? Because it did look bad. I didn't like the way it looked. And y'all let me know down below if y'all are all right. But me personally, the run defense was trash. And we were just getting gashed up the middle. So is that a corresponding move to say, hey, we got to fortify this? So let me walk y'all through, who we signed. And once again, I get my best news from Raider Scout. If you follow him on Instagram, if Twitter, it's Tristan Kuhn. That's where I get some of the best news of, what's going on with the Raiders. But look at here. The Raiders are signing veteran D tackle Doug Costin. He's posted 33 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble, 9 QB hits, 7 pressures, and 14 run stops, and 471 snaps. Right. So that another corresponding move. Like I said, we'll see what that is. Nothing too major, nothing over the top. Some depth piece right there. That's a depth piece. But here we are. We got to fortify that run defense because if it's what it is, what it's going to be on Saturday, if that's what it's going to be, then yeah, it's definitely time for us to make a change and at least just get some more big bodies in there, get some more depth in there so we can throw waves at people, right? So that's the first signing there. Second signing. This one has some promise to it. Not saying he's going to be a superstar or anything, but it has promise, right? The Raiders are signing linebacker Isaac Darkangelo, 6'2", 225 pounds, and he's an undrafted free agent from Illinois. He posted a career 79 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Added a career 14 pressures, 38 stops, and a 75.8 QBR and only 406 snaps. So this guy right here, he's nasty. He's a little dog. Now, did I see a lot from him in coverage from the little I saw, little tape I watched? No, not really. But he's gonna stick his nose in there. He's gonna stick his nose in there, and he's gonna make something shake in that run game. He's kind of reminds me a little bit of Robert Spillane, right? So they're looking more and more for linebackers who are going to be aggressive at the point of attack, linebackers who are going to attack the line of scrimmage. And that's what we looked at. Like the reason Drake Thomas was a winner in my last video because he attacked, right? He attacked the points, and he attacked the line of scrimmage. Exactly what we want to see from these linebackers in the system. So this is a guy, he was a walk-on, right? Former walk-on, ended up starting in Illinois. Didn't have no stars coming out of high school, but worked his way up. So this is a hungry guy. This is what the Raiders are looking for. Guys who are competitive, guys who are hungry, guys who are fired. So this is, he might have some juice to him. We got to see what happens as camp goes along, what type of shaker they're going to get because it's a week out from cuts. So, maybe they signed and unfortunately they get cut next week. Who knows? But at the end of the day, the Raiders are still exploring more options. So that's all your news that I have coming to y'all. Remember, make sure you guys are tapping on the like and subscribe button. Remember, I go live every Thursday, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern. I got a very special guest this Thursday. Y'all are not going to want to miss that. So go ahead, tap in with your boy on Saturday, doing another live watch party for the game. So if you're ready for that, man, holla at me, man. You know what time it is. We starting once the game starts. So come, chill with us, pull up, have a good time, man. So at the end of the day, remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And remember, I always keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.